Oh, and then one thing I want to talk about something else. I got this is a House bill from Tennessee.
I'm gonna let you talk.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah.
Then I'll let y'all know the gang what's going on.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah.
Yeah, we want to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been there.
All right. It's a deceitful world with different perspectives. We ain't got to agree when we speak. You can exercise your freedom of speech. It's a freedom for you and a freedom for me. Peace and unity we eager to see. Now let's go. Come on.
Freedom.
It's a freedom of speech. Come on.
Freedom.
It's a freedom of speech. Let's go.
Freedom.
It's a freedom of speech. It's a freedom for you and a freedom for me. Come on.
Hey, freedom.
Yeah.
What's up, Cincinnati?
What up, Cincinnati?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
My name is Melissa.
I'm Fonzo Gaines, your co-host. We here with Stefan Pryor.
Hey, what's going on, Stefan? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Nice to have me this evening.
Hey, man. Hey, thanks for coming through, man. Hopefully we can run this back again. You know what I'm saying? When you get up into your position, you know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
yeah.
You gonna
So,
claim it.
yeah. Hey, y'all make sure y'all vote March 19th. You know what I'm saying? So March 19th, make sure y'all go vote. You know what I'm saying? For
March
the primary
19th.
elect, that's the primary vote. You know, Stefan Pryor, you running. You know, for what you running for? State Representative, Ohio?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then for the State Representative, Ohio, man. So y'all
Yeah.
make sure y'all stay tuned in, stay locked in. We're gonna give y'all updates on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So
Here we go.
yeah, here we is.
Okay, we want to get down to the nitty bitty, Stefan. Like we said, you run for state representative. Let the young people know, and let the older people know how important this is to Cincinnati.
Well, this is an important race. The state representative is an important race because people property taxes are going up. It's double. Their property taxes are double. It's very important. You need a place to stay.
Yeah,
Place
that's
to
the
live.
truth.
And that's the key. You need a place to live.
Exactly.
And they always say if you have a problem about something, do something about it. And that's what I did. Jump on the ballot to do something about it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. Because I don't think it's fair, though, you know, with property tax being raised, especially somebody who's been working all their life, just paid off their house. Now the property tax is getting so high, it's almost like you never paid it off. And it's crazy. You can lose your stuff just because of a property tax. Your mortgage paid off, the insurance still going, you know what I'm saying? But that's crazy. But, you know, that's the way the world is, and I'm glad we got folks like you that's, you know, want to do something about it. So,
Yeah, could you
tell us a little bit about you know, like the ladder of politics in what you in your world in politics, what you doing. So explain that to us.
Well, you got the city council, city hall. You got the state house, state representatives up at the Columbus, and then you got the Congress.
Okay.
3 different branches that make up the laws of these different branches.
Okay.
So, like I said, I stepped in the race to do something about it. And I'm here. I made the ballot. March 19 is my primaries.
Okay.
Make sure y'all get out and vote. It's very
March
important.
19th, March
That's right,
19th.
March 19th.
Mark your calendar, y'all. March 19th.
Who's your running mate? Who you running against?
Well, his name is Donnie Isaacson. And he ran before against Adam Kohler. He spent $450,000 just for his campaign.
Okay.
And the seat as a state representative is only $65,000 a year. Why do you spend that much money just for a seat, huh?
Wow.
People never ask them type of questions.
So are you saying the limit is $65,000 and he spent $450,000?
Right. The limit is the salary. That's how much you get as a year. $65,000 as a state representative. That's your salary.
Yeah.
But he spent $450,000 just for his campaign.
Oh wow, he
Is
clowning.
these donors donating to him or?
Well, I got his financial records, and we got a lot of people that donate, a lot of lawyers,
Okay.
and different people on his finance list. And it's uncalled for. You spent that much money just to run for this $65,000 seat. So what do that tell you? That tell you got a plan.
Yeah.
It's a plan.
It's definitely
agenda
something behind
the
this.
agenda.
Yeah.
Just for the run for this seat. He
Exactly.
did that twice. He ran against Bill Mallory. Bill Mallory was a state representative for 2 terms. I'm sorry, 8 years.
8 years? Okay.
And he spent like $300,000.
Oh, so this is a 4-year term.
No, it is a 4-year term.
Okay.
It can, 2-year term, but you can keep running the race until your term is up limit.
Okay, so what's the limit? 8 years?
That's a good question. I got to check on that.
Okay.
But, I think 8 years. You is right.
Yeah.
8 years. My fault.
8 years.
Sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But like I say, he spent a lot of money on this seat.
This sounds like a dude that do need to be getting looked into, man. If you ask me, like
He hold the current seat right now? Because
Yes,
I'm
he
sorry,
does.
my politics is
You know
not
what?
that. So I'm just making sure I'm.
I don't even know who dude is, man,
That's
but
what
I
I'm
ain't happy
saying.
about it.
That's how can we get more involved? Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Our black community is not like we so focused on like the president and sometimes we, you know what I'm saying, about the little judges, but to get deep into it, to make your voice and vote count. What is the best route to go? You know, to start voting for what? The primaries and, you know, let people know how important that is.
Well, I'm glad you spoke on that. But first, let's stay on this subject real quick.
Okay,
about
go ahead.
My opponent.
Okay, my bad.
I come back to that question.
Yeah, rewind it,
I'm
take it back,
sorry,
take it back.
I'm sorry.
No, freedom of speech, take it back.
But my
Take your time.
opponent, you said something fishy behind that.
Yeah.
My opponent was running in Evanston,
Mhm.
District 27. My district is 24.
Mhm.
I come back to my district and what neighborhood that is. But District 27, he ran in District 27 in the Evanston area.
Mhm.
So his district was up in Evanston, High Park, Oakley, Madisonville area.
Mhm.
There was 3 people running for that seat at that time. You had Gavin, you had Rachel Baker, and you had him.
Mhm.
So it was 3 people running at the same time
Okay.
for that race,
Okay.
District 27. And he was in that race, District 27.
Mhm.
They allowed him to jump out of District 27 to jump in 24.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
He signed a Z2A form. A Z2A form is basically just telling them and stating and saying, I want to jump out of 27 and run into another
So
district.
basically like a transfer.
Right. He wanted to jump into another district. And he jumped in District 24.
Mhm.
He was running against Dale Mallory at that time when he did that.
Wow.
And they allowed that.
That's what I'm saying.
on-
That's flag on the play right there.
Yeah, how did
Yeah.
it-
Hold on. On when he did this form, 2ZA form,
Mhm.
when he signed it, it said this: I do not resign in that neighborhood, but I want to represent that neighborhood. But through the Ohio residency law, you got to live in that community for a whole year.
Yeah.
So they waived that, and they allowed him to do that. And he ran in District 24 and he won
Oh, wow.
against Dale Mallory.
And nobody looked into that. That's wild.
Right? Nobody looked into that, and
Nobody batted an eye.
It's good that you just now hearing about this and you just jumping like, hold on, something fishy about this.
Yeah.
And they allow him to do that. See, that's what we having in these politics.
Yeah.
Instead of saying politics, it's
Yeah.
politics
It
what they
definitely
doing.
is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What they
Very
doing
well.
for the black community. See, he jumped in 24. Back to 24. 24 district is, to let y'all know that's watching online. District 24 is my district. It's Over the Rhine, West End, Price Hill, Fairmount, Westwood, even Mount Washington over in Beachmont area. Why I say that? It's redistricting the lines. Many other words. If this square table, this pool table is, that's my whole district. But when they do the gerrymandering and redistricting the lines, they can stretch this pool table out a little more longer, and I can run over in that district.
Right.
The line went out farther.
So this is basically about the amount of votes that you can get. Is that something like that?
Well, that's basically like that too. If you draw the line out a little farther, they call that redistricting the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And other people can vote for you and favor you.
Yeah.
Because they drew the line out a little farther.
Mm-hmm.
You might have a white population up in a Beachmont area that know you but don't know me.
Right. Yeah.
So that line drew out a little farther just for them to vote for him.
Oh, okay. That's
So they
another-
call it gerrymandering, redistricting the lines. That's what they did in District 24.
Wow.
And like I say, District 24 is all black community. District 24 is the most homicide district.
Wow.
Fatal homicide district is 24. You ask yourself, what is he doing for the black community? What is he doing for the black
You
community?
know, that's our first question.
Exactly. That's why I
For
want
real,
to tap in.
yeah. I
This
mean-
is Black History Month.
Yeah, you know what I'm
You know what I'm saying?
saying?
That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. How can we get more involved? Like, I saw you. You was on your live and you was at the one of the little city councils. They had something down there at the city council, and I just noticed that it's all these white folks, different nationalities, but us. It was like one down at these meetings. I mean, should we, instead of saying going to the club, let's go to the club, should we like, let's go down to City Hall, catch some of these little meetings, or, what can we do to get more involved? Like, how we gonna know that information if they sneaking people in that's not supposed to be involved? Like, you know what I'm saying? How we know? How we gonna find out?
Well, you got a good point there. Well, City Hall is down at 801 Plum Street, down on at City Hall there on Plum Street. Or you can Google it, City Hall location, or put it in your map and your Google map and come down there. But when I was down at the City Hall meeting, they had the Pakistanians and you had the Jews.
Okay.
About the Gaza war was going on.
Okay.
And they packed the house.
Yeah.
They came out to try to ask the council members in the mayor, can y'all cease fire? Cease fire. All they wanted support from the council and the mayor. Can you cease fire 6,000 miles away from the city? Another across the pond. All they needed was a letter, but they turned them down. But they keep showing up.
Okay.
They keep showing up at City Hall all the time. And if we showed up like that,
oh man,
if we showed up like that, like you said, how can we get involved? Easy. Quit going out. Quit drinking. I can't tell you what to do, but come out, get involved. Know what's going on in your community. Know what's going on in your neighborhood. And that's the whole key, to get involved down there. Because we get involved and come in numbers, we get something done.
Oh yeah.
But we don't know what's going on. Guess what?
Yeah.
And I feel like we so far behind as far as a unit, because I feel like, I love my black folks, but it seems like we just ready for the news. Like, we not at the meeting, but as soon as it's about to tear to tear it down, we there trying to speak about it. Like, oh, don't tear this community down. Oh, we love it here, but we now went to a meeting.
Yeah, we ain't show up to none of the meetings that lead up to it.
Yeah, to lead up to it. We always.
Yeah.
The last one want to be on the news. I say want to be on the news. It's like, okay, like we really care, but we need to start getting involved into these city council meetings.
Right.
To know ahead of time, like, you know what I'm saying? So what can we do as a community? Like I said, should we, instead of saying, meet me at this such and such club, should I say, hey, let's meet at the city hall? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do we get more knowledge down there, or who do we talk to?
Well,
to start it off and get it popping.
Every Wednesday at City Hall be there at 1:00. So you can sign up. You sign up, have your voice be heard.
Okay.
They got a yellow index card. You fill your name out, information out. You give it to them. You can speak what's going on in your community.
Okay.
Like you need roads paid. Why is my rent high? Or you might got a slum landlord. You come there and you speak what's going on in your community.
Okay, that's what's up.
When I was down there years ago, I didn't know what was going on myself. So my experience.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do. Is go in there and speak my mind.
Where to
what's
go?
going
Who to
on.
talk to?
Exactly.
So no, I knew where to go. They said if you want something, you go where's it at.
Okay.
You ever heard about the rich man, poor man in the Bible?
Tell
Lazarus was the poor man. The rich man ate good. But Lazarus was the poor man that came to the gate. He came to the gate to beg for the rich man crumbs on his table.
Okay.
It's in the Bible. You can Google it yourself.
Okay.
And he stayed at that gate. And he asked the rich man, can I get the crumbs off your table? But the rich man brushed his crumbs and went on the floor, on the ground. It's in the Bible. And the rich man was like, no, I won't let you in here. You can't come here, but we give you the crumbs on my table.
Okay.
That's all Lazarus wanted was the crumbs.
Okay.
But he knew where to go to get resources.
Okay.
So the whole key is I'm bringing up here, go where the resources at.
Yeah.
When you go where the resources at, you get something accomplished.
Because
So
you know what? I would rather have crumbs where the happening is at than nothing at all. So Lazarus did what he was supposed to do.
So that's the whole key. So you
just go where the resources.
You go
at.
where the resources at. Go to the gate.
So say it again. Where you City Hall
801 Plum Street.
And then at 1:00.
on Wednesday.
Every Wednesday,
Every
1
Wednesday.
o'clock. Okay.
But hold on.
Every Wednesday, 1 o'clock.
Hold on.
City Hall.
But
Let's go.
But if it's a holiday,
Mm-hmm.
they always skip a day. Don't come Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Come Thursday.
Okay.
That one. They move a day up
Okay.
because the holiday on that Monday.
Okay. So like if Easter on the
On a
let's
Monday.
see. Yeah. Okay.
If it's on a Monday or Sunday.
Yeah.
And you can bring up any of your city issues.
Any issues that you dealing with.
Okay.
Any issues that
You
I'm
dealing with. You can talk.
Now is this now the Plum Street, is that for the whole Cincinnati, including Uptown?
City Hall. Yes, sir.
Okay.
City Hall, yes.
City
sir.
Hall?
Yes,
Okay.
sir, at City Hall.
Young people, old people, everybody.
Because I'm a mental
City
health fan.
Hall, 1 o'clock.
Do that cover us too?
Wednesdays.
No. But you
Okay.
can come.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
you got your, and then don't forget, in your own communities, you got your own city council too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, community council. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
community council in your own neighborhood.
Oh, see,
Because a lot of these cities, they their own little subsidized cities.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Yeah, like up to Hamilton. That's his own city.
But
Because
no,
I had to go
hold
to
on.
court up there on Hamilton.
That's his own city.
Yeah.
On what they call it?
Mount Healthy.
Mount Healthy.
Yeah.
They got their own community.
Yeah.
But you got your own community council where you live at too.
Mhm.
Community council. Up here got the community council.
Okay.
Over the Rhine got a community council.
Mhm.
I'm one of the trustees assistant over the Rhine Community Council Board.
Okay.
You got West End Community Council. You got Price Hill Community Council.
Okay.
You got all different community councils. It starts in your community too.
Mhm.
They got the say so on these developers come to your neighborhood too.
Oh,
The
okay.
community councils.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's why I was asking, like the chain of, you know.
It ain't got all chain of command.
Well.
You
Okay.
can use that as a police.
Like lieutenant.
Yeah,
captain,
like I said,
stuff
I'm not
like that.
educated
Petty
on
out,
politics.
But no, it's cool.
I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying
Mhm.
to say I'm all that in the
Right.
politics. That's why I'm happy you got us here so we can answer some of these questions. So that's what I'm
You
saying.
know about
So,
that First Amendment though?
so as a young person coming up, just now voting, instead of going to your city,
City council.
city council, you go to your
Community council.
community council.
Okay, so them two separate entities. Okay.
Correct. So the community council answers to the city council.
Okay.
Say if you got a problem in your city or
Mhm.
your community, you address it in your community council.
Mhm.
Then you can take it to your city council. But if your community council don't want to listen to it, go to your city hall.
Okay.
Okay,
Council.
Yeah. Okay.
City council.
Okay.
Your station issue there too.
Mhm.
So it starts in your own community.
Starts in your own community.
Yeah. So that's what goes on in the communities too.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Yeah.
that.
That's what's up, man. So
Okay, cool. See, I didn't know that. Nice to know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just city council. I didn't know
Your community
Mhm.
council
your
too.
community council.
Mhm.
So who's that make? Who they get voted in by the people?
Yes, they do. You can be the community council president. You can be. They can vote for you. Just go. Matter of fact, get
Do we hear
involved.
about this vote? When did this?
of course we don't hear about
I
this.
mean, yeah, when
this
did
is
this
stuff we
happen?
need to be
Yeah,
hearing
that's
about.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Where in your community council, always can go online in your
Mhm.
community too, wherever you live at, and who's watching this and who
Mhm.
watch it later on. Google your neighborhood community council.
Mhm.
If you live in Price Hill, Google Price Hill Community Council. You live in Over the Rhine Community Council.
This some homework for y'all.
Yes.
Google your community council and your city council.
And if you want to get involved, always sign up. The membership is $2,
Mm-hmm.
$2 a year.
Okay.
That's to sign up in your own community council.
Oh, that's what's up.
Then you get to vote. You have voting power too at the
Mhm.
same time to vote on stuff in your neighborhood.
Right.
But what we have in our own neighborhoods, we have Caucasian white people.
Mhm.
They come together. That's
Yeah.
why you see a lot of development going on
Mhm.
in communities
Yeah.
because they vote on it in their neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These developers come in from out of town, the community council in their
Black
neighborhood.
folks, we
Mhm.
need to wake up.
In the community, in the community council,
Yeah.
you have your own people.
That's the type of stuff we need to set up for ourselves.
Yeah, so see that
That's
needs to be
our.
taught, yeah.
I feel like in the black community, that's our number one weakness is unity. We got everything else. We got the talents. We got the know-how, and we need to know who and what and get our people together. That's our only weakness: getting together. We can do anything we want to, but we just can't get together. I
Exactly.
don't understand it.
You need to,
And we could literally have a pamphlet out and I think we got a lot of big heads in our community. Everybody wants to be the Beyonce of the group. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
no matter what you in at work, whatever you're doing, everybody wants to be like the guy. I think that's our weakness right there.
Yeah,
Everybody
right.
wants to you can start small. It's okay. But I don't get it. I don't get it. That's something I never understand. So let's go over some of your how can I put it? What you trying to do, like your goals and dreams that you got aspirations for when you get elected for your state representative role.
There's no more dreams now. This is a reality now. I'm on
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
ballot.
talking about. Let's
I'm
speak
on the
that
ballot.
Claim
thing.
it.
You on the ballot,
I'm on the ballot
yeah.
now. This ain't no more dreams.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
dreams already took place, my brother.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, you better go
You know.
ahead.
Claim it.
So the lower property taxes.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, our property taxes have doubled.
Mm-hmm.
Some people robbing people to pay Paul.
Yes.
Your rent's high. Sky rocketed high. And my goal is to get in there to talk about lower property taxes.
I remember back in the day, I moved out my mama's house. The 1 bedroom was $400. What you think a 1 bedroom is now?
$1,700.
that's a damn shame.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame right there. Like, so what can we do about that type of stuff?
Well, we need more people to get involved. More people to get involved and know what's going on in their neighborhood, in their community. So once they get involved in their community, they can make a change.
Yeah.
You know, like I told you earlier, I say, well, I got on the ballot because I want to do something about it. Not just, it ain't about me no more.
Right.
So when I get on the ballot, I'm on the ballot. If I get elected, when I get elected.
When you get elected.
Right.
Y'all heard it.
So when I get elected, my job is to work for the people. No more working for self. And my goal is to help people. And I've been like that from day one, helping people.
Let me ask the question, okay? Now, we elect people we think, and, you know what I'm saying, everybody have a good game when, you know, in front of the mic, say what they're going to do this and that, but get behind closed door and let people intimidate them or they feel like, you know what I'm saying, they come up, you know, they set bribery and stuff like that, you know, get paid off to, you know, turn your back on the people because you got this position and you see other doors can open, but it's so much, it seems like the higher you get, more corruption to get. What makes us believe that you are for the people and that you're not going to be, you know what I'm saying, once you get elected, it's like, okay, I'm in this seat and, you know, the higher uppies it seems like it's just, everything's coming to the light right now. It just seems like everybody's in it for the wrong reasons.
Well, I'm glad you said that. It's a good question there. I'm glad she said that. Well, tell you the beans, and I'll spill it all out right now on TV. They came at me already. They asked me, what is going to take for you not to run against our golden boy?
Oh, wow.
So they already asked me that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's a hard pill to swallow right there.
No, well, I'm gonna let you digest that pill. And as he asked me, one of the guys that helped me with his campaign.
Did he give you a number?
Listen to me. One of the guys that actually helped my opponent for his campaign, black guy, and Erman Powell, I say his name, and me and him was real tight.
Freedom of speech,
and,
baby. Say the name.
Oh,
I actually met with him, and once I met with him, he asked me, what is it going to take for you not to run against their golden boy?
Wow.
And I told him, no deal.
Oh.
I don't do that. I don't sell my soul.
Exactly.
I sell my talent.
Exactly.
My talent is to help people. If I used to be a fighter.
Okay.
They used to come and watch me fight. That's my talent.
Exactly.
I run a billboard business, advertise business. That's my talent. I don't sell my soul. No, so I won't change. I will be the same as I am now.
Okay.
I keep it real, 100. I'm for the people.
Yeah.
As you can be seeing my signs out in the community. Teach your son not to kill my son. I taught my son not to kill yours.
Exactly.
Giving out the message.
Yeah.
That's my goal, to help our people. Not just for
I
money.
seen that sign down there on Lynn.
You're going to keep seeing it.
Okay,
You're going to keep seeing it. We can talk about that next through my platform, what I'm doing. I'll tell you that next.
Okay, then.
But I'm not for sale. So,
Okay, that's
you know, I know I made you sweat over here.
Y'all heard it here first. My brother's not for sale. Y'all heard it?
Right. That's right. I got a guy over here sweating, y'all. You know what? No deal. I don't take money. I don't do that.
Oh, man.
So if I'd have did this like bribing me, it's called entrapment. That's what he tried to do.
Yeah.
Set me up and say, okay, give me this.
Yeah.
And he came at me again. Hold on.
Of course.
He came at me again. Let's get this money, champ. I was about to record him the next time he said it.
Exactly.
But he didn't say it no more.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm, like, to answer your question, sister, I'm for the people.
You're for the people. Okay.
I'm for you.
Thank you, because we had a little city council representative, and they all went down for bribery, and You know what I'm saying? It's just sad that, we think we doing something. As soon as we feel like we voting people in, then they change on us.
Right.
And you know what? Our community, we like to vote with our eyes. And I think that's where we went wrong. I ain't going to say we went wrong for voting for Obama because that's, that was the closest thing that we had to, in politics as far as, that goes. Mm-hmm. So we really didn't have nothing to choose from. I think the country, they like when it comes into the other planes of politics, they already pick and choose. They just give you who you want to pick for. They done already chose. I think it's a facade for real. What you think? Do you
well, that's why we have more of us getting involved.
Yeah.
So we won't have that thinking.
Yeah.
A set of mind to think how it's already chosen.
Because a lot of us think.
Hold up now. First of all, when we come out in numbers, we win. That's why they got to get more involved in the politics. My fault, politics.
Yeah.
But I say
politics, like whatever.
When I say politics, that meaning that the tricks and games they keep playing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you're serious about something, you go all out for it.
Yeah, no matter what.
So that's why they got to get more of us involved. Get residents to vote.
Yeah.
Get involved what's going on. Look at a debate. Look what they talk about. It's just like how you look at talk shows, look at reality shows.
Yeah.
It's the same thing you're seeing on TV. But in the world, we letting guys sit at a table, make up rules and laws for us, how we live it. And you can't get involved with that, but you can get involved with what's going on TV.
Yeah, that's real.
So it's so real. It's gonna affect us, but it's gonna affect who?
Yeah.
Our generation.
But we the only ones ain't doing nothing.
Hold on, it's gonna affect our generation.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't know how far that's gonna go.
How far it's gonna go until long we on this earth?
As long as we deal with it, we do what they allow. So I think. Once our unity kick in, I think this is the generation. It ain't gonna be this one. I feel like the next one is really gonna be a little bit more woke than
you gotta
what we
have
are.
confidence. You
I
gotta have
ain't gonna lie.
confidence.
Stay prayed up.
You gotta have confidence. You can't say this one. No, we here now.
Yeah. I think if we do something now, it's gonna trickle down. But I just don't think. I mean, if we
You
got
got
too much happening.
That's what I'm saying. Where we need to start going to the
It
meetings.
start with us.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It
saying.
start with us interviewing people. How you interviewing me?
Yeah.
You interview them council members.
Oh yeah.
You write down
Yeah.
the questions what you want to talk about.
Yeah, start putting them on the hot seat and trying to get the
start
pick
going
their
down there on
brains and
Wednesday.
what they really about, because the truth gonna come out.
It start with us.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm on the ballot. It start with me.
Exactly.
If I can do it, y'all can do
exactly. Because this position ain't nothing you could just put an application in and just do. Like, so how would you go about it? Somebody who's a virgin in politics, I wanna do something.
Well, the key is going down to pay attention. Like y'all saying, the start is going to City Hall, going to community council meetings, learning the whole mechanism of everything they talk about. It's just like when you go to court and the judge says something. What did he say? What are you talking about? Because you're new at it.
Okay.
You really don't be in the courtroom for real. If you're in the courtroom just sitting there and listen to what they're saying. And that's how it all started with me. I started digesting it more and more by going there, going places, understanding what they're saying.
Okay.
You know, I used to go to court when I was driving out license. My heart pounding fast.
Yeah.
Think gonna get locked up.
Yeah.
But he's saying something different in front of you. Think you're gonna go to jail, scaring you. That's the fear kicks in.
Yeah.
See, that's why God gave us a spirit of not fear.
Exactly.
You know, we get but a sound mind.
Okay.
But the key to the sound mind, paying attention, what's going on. But you get involved. So I got involved. I ran for city council before. I ran in 21.
Okay.
2021, I ran. You had to get 500 signatures to get on the ballot. Okay. I tell you what happened. So city council first.
That's not bad.
I actually got 802 signatures. You need 500.
Okay.
So when I got all them signatures, I went out and got all different signatures. You can go to different neighborhoods and get signatures. As long as you're a resident voter. If you're a resident voter, you can get signatures. If you're not no voter, resident voter, that signatures don't count. Okay? So I'm getting the game. So once I got all them signatures, right? Look what happened to me. You're supposed to check your signatures yourself. If you turn them in, they do not check the signatures.
Oh.
Wow.
That's what happened to me. I was checking my signatures. He told me, we'll call you in 2 weeks.
Wow.
I turned my signatures in, 802. He said, we're going to call you when we count.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to call you in 2 weeks. I get a call in 2 days. So I get a call in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, what was my results? He said, well, you had 397 correct, but you got the rest wrong.
Mm.
I said, whoa. So I go up there and sit down with him and ask him what happened. Well, he told me, well, if one signature on that sheet is wrong, the whole sheet is wrong.
Oh,
They
wow.
lied. They lied to me.
Oh.
They lied to me. And I didn't know I'm still a virgin, you know,
Exactly.
getting on the council.
Yeah,
I mean,
you learn.
City council. So he was telling me different things, and they threw my whole sheets away.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And so what happened was, after that, I said, wow.
How they throw it away? Go ahead.
Well, that's what they threw them away.
Mhm.
But they still got my signature.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they best believe.
So they still got the signatures.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole point again too is you count them yourself.
Mhm.
They got a computer that's inside the Board of Election.
Oh, wow.
And they got different people addresses on it. If I pull you up,
Mhm.
I can look for your signatures, your name on wherever your name on that petition, of your
Okay.
address.
Mhm.
I can look you up. Make sure your signature add up with the ones on my
Oh,
petition.
wow.
Okay.
That's how you check them.
Okay.
They make sure his address there, his signature is
Mhm.
correct. Boom, that petition look good.
Mhm.
That signature good.
Okay.
Some of them might say, yeah, I'm a resident voter. They might just sign their name just to sign it because they know you. And they're not a resident voter.
Mm.
That's why it's important to be a resident voter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what really happened to me as my city council race.
Mm-hmm.
So I left that alone. And when I left that alone, I always had my advertised business. Say if you run for judge, you always use my service to help you get elected.
Okay.
I helped a lot of people get elected. I helped judges get elected. I help politicians, council members get elected. Some of them. I help senates to get elected. Congress.
Mm.
I help mayors get elected using my megaphone and my advertised business.
Okay.
So that's why I got my feet wet in the door to actually let me run myself.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in 2022, I got arrested at the Board of Election
Okay.
using my megaphone.
Mm.
Yeah, I got arrested.
You talking about the thing Mr. Clark had? The loud
megaphone? That's a bullhorn.
Okay. Yeah.
So they had a sign up there. Let me stop there. When I was helping the candidates in 22, I was helping Judge Sanders, Nicole Sanders. She used to be my child support judge.
Okay.
I wound up helping her get elected.
Okay.
Now I guess she got elected. One day I came up to the Board of Elections. I was up there that following week, and she said, "Today, don't mention my name today." I said, "What? No, you still gonna pay me?" so I didn't mention her name. But they was like, "Well, they said you can't use megaphone." I say, "Ain't no sign here saying that. Ain't no law saying that."
Show that.
So what I did is I stepped out the Democrat. They got like a barricade for the Democrats, Republican, Independent. So I stepped in the Independent box.
Okay.
And I was still on the megaphone going for different candidates. Vote for Alan Trigg, blah, 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 doing that. So next thing you know, one of the guys came out from the Board of Elections. I'm giving you an example of what happened to me. So now, how it all happened. So once I was doing that, saying somebody else's name, we had one of the guys come out from the Board of Elections. He said, "Sir, you can't be on your megaphone." I said, "Who you talking to?" You need to go back inside.
Exactly.
So they try to come out. They asked the sheriff deputies, "Hey, can y'all remove him?" They said, "We can't touch him. He's not bothering nobody."
Wow.
So I turned the tables. Everybody else brought their megaphone back out.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because I was on mine.
Yeah.
So we'll speed it up. In 20, that was the same. No, that was in 21 when that happened to me. My fault. That was 22 when it happened to me. But in 23, I went back up there to put my petitions in to run for city council. You know, I pulled the petitions. I'm going to run for city council. So I brought my megaphone back up there. It wasn't crowded, so I wasn't using the megaphone. But if I saw somebody, I might pull it out. What's going on? Blah, 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 and left it alone. I only use the megaphone when there's a line wrapped around the building.
Okay.
So next thing you know, right, so I was doing that. So next thing you know, they heard me on the megaphone, but they had signs up there, no megaphone, no loudspeakers. Well, I looked at the sign. It's supposed to say RC with a number behind it. RC mean revised code
Okay.
with dash 53746.
Okay.
That's the law that the State House put in effect.
Okay.
But there's no laws on there.
It
So I
just-
think
It just said
No megaphone.
No megaphone.
No loudspeaker. No amplifier.
Oh, that's just somebody's sign.
That's the sign
Yeah.
that they put up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I'm like, if they ain't no revised code,
That ain't no law.
there ain't no law.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something learned new today.
Yeah.
It's just like when you get your car towed.
Mhm.
If you see a sign on the wall, so your car get towed,
Mhm.
you'll see a RC badge.
Yeah.
Revised code -4568.
Mm-hmm.
That means it's a law in place.
Right. Yeah.
That you can't be in this parking lot with
Mhm.
wood,
Oh, okay.
you know, they'll
Right.
take the car,
Yeah.
right? So basically, they called the police on me.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't hear me on the megaphone, not at all. They didn't hear me at all.
Mhm.
But they wanted to make a statement,
Yeah.
okay? Next thing you know, they came out, the director, the deputy director, and the director of the board of election, they came out, sir, you need to leave with your megaphone. I said, did you hear me on the megaphone? If you didn't hear me, you didn't even hear me. You heard from somebody else, you heard me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just battling it now.
Yeah.
They said, well, you need to leave. I said, I ain't leaving nowhere. They asked the deputies again, can y'all remove him? They said they ain't do nothing wrong. This back-to-back year, they can't do nothing wrong. So they looked at them and said, oh, what? So they go to the Norwood police.
Oh, wow.
So we went to the Norwood police officer. They came, took a minute for them to come, they came. They said, sir, you need to leave. You need to leave. I said, no, I'm not leaving. I just went in there to vote. I ain't leaving. Well, it's private property. No, it ain't. I went there to vote. So next thing you know, I'm still holding my ground. He turned his camera on.
They just lied to you to your face just like that, over and over again.
Right.
Wow.
So had his camera on. Next thing you know, we going back and forth. He said, well, the owner said you leave. Told me to leave.
Mm-hmm.
He on the phone with somebody. He said, the owner will tell you to leave.
The owner?
Yeah, I said, let me speak to the owner. He said, no, you calling yourself. I said, I don't got a number. What you talking about? So we going.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, sir, get on the sidewalk. I said, I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here.
Mm-hmm.
He went back to talk to the directors and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what was said. We came back. I had people from City Hall that worked there, you know. A couple people said, Stefan, go ahead and leave, man. I said, didn't you stand with Dr. King?
Exactly.
He fought for stuff like this was right.
Exactly.
So why are we backing down now?
Mhm.
Right. So I stood my ground.
Mm-hmm.
So next thing you know, he came back, the Norwood police came back.
Mhm.
He grabbed me by the wrist. Well, I'm gonna arrest you if you don't leave. I said, what? He said, criminal trespass. I said, I ain't got no tools. I just went in there already. How's it criminal trespass?
Mm-hmm.
So he grabbed my wrist. You're under arrest. You resisting. I
Oh.
started laughing. I'm resisting. So next thing you know,
So they slammed you.
no.
Oh, okay.
Here they arrest me.
Mhm.
They wound up taking me down. I was working for a prosecutor too at that time.
Mm.
Right.
His name was Lando Sunder. He was running for Congress. He was
That's
running
perfect timing.
He was running for Senate.
Mm-hmm.
And they locked me up. I got out the same day. I got out the same day. Once I got out the same day, we talked, and he told me, the prosecutor, Orlando Sunder, he said they did that on shaky grounds.
Mm.
They didn't supposed to do that. So I went to court and everything. And first they had the judge that I helped get elected before for my case. But
Oh.
on Channel 5 News, they had her name. Janaea Trotter has been arrested using a megaphone on Channel 5. Like, how they gonna use her name?
What?
So she had to dismiss herself from the case. I bet you serious.
Oh, that was your situation, and they used her name.
Use her name.
Oh wow.
Janaea Trotter has been arrested with a megaphone
Mm.
on Channel 5, WWT. I remember this.
They got their tea all messed up.
So next thing you know, once they did that, she stepped out and recused herself from my case. So I had Ted Berry. He knew me.
Oh, wow.
So next thing you know, they didn't know that, but he knew me still.
Yeah. Oh, they gotta legally recuse themselves or do that.
So they know me.
Okay.
But I helped them. If I help you get elected, what you gonna do for me?
Oh yeah.
Come on now.
Oh yeah.
Think about it.
Definitely. Yeah.
So
But if they didn't know, is it legal to still stay on that case? If they don't know, is it legal?
no comment.
Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Freedom! Freedom!
No comment.
I just need to know, you know.
I'm not at liberty to tell you that. Okay? I'm not at liberty to tell you. Okay?
Understood.
But make a long story short, when they went to court, and next thing you know, they dismissed it, and not dismissed it, but we had to go to trial. Ain't nothing happened to me, none of that. So I went back up there, with my megaphone.
With that
After the
megaphone,
case. This was in 23.
Uh-huh.
I went up there with the megaphone. They had the sale of the railroads.
Mm-hmm.
They sold the railroads, and now we was against it. So when I went back up there, I stood on the sidewalk instead on the blacktop. On the sidewalk, they couldn't touch me.
Okay.
We didn't want that no incident happen no more.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on the sidewalk with my megaphone.
Is this the same premises you got arrested on?
Yes,
Okay.
it was. Yes, it was.
All right.
See, I don't fear no man, but
Yeah,
I fear God.
I know that's right.
That's right.
So next thing you know,
Man.
why did I get involved? I was sitting on the sidewalk, standing on the sidewalk using my megaphone, and I saw my opponent over there getting signatures so he can get back on the ballot
Mm-hmm.
for 2024. So as I was watching him, my conscience said, this was in November. Yeah, beginning of November of 23. So I say, my conscience said, your turn. I didn't get it yet. Your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I sat back at home, praying and strategizing. Go pull your petition to run for state representative.
Mm-hmm.
You only need 50 signatures.
Right.
I say, wow.
Really?
I say, wow. My turn. So I went out and got these signatures. And I checked them myself this time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't let them check them. Once I got my signatures, once I made the ballot, and then my opponent got notified, you got an opponent that's running against you. They would hit Stephon, oh man, what's going on? Well, why he running? And that's why I put my hat in the race, because it's my time.
Oh yeah.
It's your
So that's why I did that. So when you go through a whole lot in life, brothers and sisters, when I go through a whole lot in life, you want to make a change, a better change for yourself.
Right.
So that's how that happened, me jumping on the ballot, making a difference, making a change for our community, that somebody look like you and I.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can do it, you can do it.
Right.
So that's why I took that procedure, that step to make something happen.
Yeah.
By running for a seat. You know, win or lose, I'm going hard.
Oh yeah. Why not?
And that's the whole key, by being proud. My mama was living, my daddy was living. Let's see how proud I made them be.
So
That's having me.
you're gonna stay in the politics. I mean, we're gonna claim this as your seat, but if it doesn't, what's your next
No, it
step? It will. That's what I'm saying. It will happen.
When you win, when you're losing, you know you're winning.
Exactly. So when you win, well, we ain't gonna say if. We know you're gonna win. So
Yeah, when you
I'm
get
gonna
this
scratch
seat.
that question.
Yeah, when you get this
This gonna be
seat.
your seat.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna say, what would you do next? But we gonna claim this.
Right, right. One step at a time.
Yeah, one
Oh
step,
yeah,
one
yeah.
step at a time.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
still keep fighting for the community.
Mm-hmm.
Still being me.
Right.
Keeping it 100
Mm-hmm.
and 30.
I know that's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so since it's Black History Month, and I want to ask you, how do you feel about this? Far as us as a community, Black folks, like I look at a lot of other races of people, and see that they have their own, like, schools. Like the Catholic Church, they got their Catholic schools, you know what I'm saying, for their community, their churches, their school, their stores. Like, you look at the Mexicans and stuff like that, they got their own little church and schools and little stores and stuff. As far as our community, when you look at it, like, where's our schools? Do you feel like our churches should be more together? Far as, you know what I'm saying, to have our churches and our schools and our little stores and healthcare, like, why do we feel like we always gotta go to other nationalities to get healthcare and to go to their schools and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that?
Well, the time that we in now, we had our opportunity to have our own store, our own school.
We still got it. I believe. Don't you believe?
Do
we
you
still
see it
got
in your community?
Nope, not at all.
Right.
Not
So how
even
do
a
we
drop
still
of
have it?
The opportunity is something that you can't see, but it's there.
But how? You don't see it there no more.
It's that unity that I'm talking about. It sucks.
But where do it start from?
Yeah.
Like, do it supposed to start from the churches? Like, supposed to be buying up some of these abandoned buildings and fixing them up for our community, buying some of these schools? Like, how do it start for us? Like, where do we go? How do
Well,
we start?
I give it to you. What's the most entities that the Caucasian people want? The school, the churches and the police department. So they control the kids by the school. They control the police and the churches. The three entities. So where do it start? It starts at the church, because a lot of people go to church. A lot of people go to churches, and you see them in church. They preach so much Jesus to you, you get so stuck.
Yep, Jesus and that 10%.
And right, I understand that. But the whole point is, for example, me, when I start going to church, I start learning. You know, some of the ministers, they worse than the guys in the streets.
Yeah.
I tell them how it is. I don't lie. I don't got time to be playing with you. It's just like a tree growing. Once you plant that seed, you become the tree. Then once you become that tree, you become that leaf off that tree of the church. Once you start learning, this tree start to fall off that branch. Now that tree, that leaf is me. And you growing. You seeing what's going on in your community.
Yeah.
And it starts with us. And that's what I start seeing first, seeing all this stuff. Opportunities I had, but I still had, like, how can I say, our mind was still sunken somewhere else.
Yeah.
Wasn't focused on the right thing. I was always focused on the wrong stuff. You know what I mean? And it's life what we go through. What you learn from your mistakes. When we learn from our mistakes, we do better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you take the moment. You take that moment as you get older. Once you take that moment, you try to make that moment perfect. And you try to make it perfect so you can show them, other people what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, go back to your question. Where does it start? It starts with us. It starts with me. That's why I'm making that move as a run for a seat to make that change, make that difference.
Yeah, but now since you said your city council, we should go to them. But far as a community, as black folks, should we start at the church? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, should we start asking our pastors and, you know, the preachers, like,
that ain't a bad idea.
Why we not buying up none of this land, you know what I'm saying, to feed our kids? Like, why we gotta, you know what I'm saying, keep sending our kids off to these other schools, thinking Catholic schools, oh, it's the best your kid gonna learn, and your child get there and then got so many problems and issues because they don't want to teach you your history. They're not teaching you, you know what I'm saying, the breakdowns of the systems and stuff like that, which they teaching their kids and stuff like that. Like, how do we, you know, so who do we, you know, we feel like we need to start bringing our groups, like, we need to start bringing groups together, like.
You remember seeing the Black Panthers, the movie?
It was a long time ago.
No, they have one recently that came out. It's on your Netflix channel. You see how they went out to go fishing? He went out to go fishing with different people in different communities. Sometimes the church won't help you no more. You know, the church back then, they help you in your gas and they help you in your rent. They don't do that no more.
Yeah, that's over with.
Your job is to go fishing in the communities. If I can go door to door to get people and talk to people about me running or put my flyer on their door, that's how we need to do it.
Yeah.
Look at the Black Panther movie they just had recently. You know, watch that recently, how he went out to different clubs. Let's make a difference. Go where they at. And go back where the rich man, poor man, Lazarus. He went where the resources was at. We can't go just to the church. If you go to the church, wait till they come out. Or hit their cars with a flyer. Put something on their flyers about what you're trying to do. Hey, y'all, let's come together. Let's do this. It start with us.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
So once you go into that church, pastor, you ain't gonna take my congregation.
You on my block.
You ain't coming here talking that. You ain't, that's how they are now.
Yeah, really.
It starts with us. And then our own schools, they got homeschooling. You know what I mean? Yes, they do. Some white folks teach their kids at home.
Exactly.
But like I say, it starts with us to go fishing. Put that statement on there. You tired of high taxes? Let's get involved. Let's come together. It's just like your podcast show I'm on. It starts somewhere.
Right.
It starts with a conversation.
So then Fonz on there be like, look, like we said we was gonna have a little we never did it though, but we would say we're gonna try to get a group together slowly but surely, just have a moment of silence, like
Ain't no silence.
No. I'm talking about like far as meditation. I'm talking about how just putting out something positive out there. And it was just all about trying to put these phones down. That's what our conversation has started. Like, You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we need a voice. We need to get out there.
It starts with y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it starts with
Starts
us.
with us.
Like we need to start getting little groups together and start bringing up some of the issues, and
Yeah.
then going down to city, our city council.
Yeah, talk to the youth. What's on their minds? You know,
Yeah.
what kind of changes would they like to see? You know, things like that. I think that
You take it to them.
yeah,
You take it to the
to them.
street.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so that's what it starts with us by
Mhm.
me trying to go to the church. The
Yeah.
church had the opportunity to do a lot of stuff,
Mhm.
but they in the hip pockets.
Yeah.
They in the hip pockets of the city.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And you talking about property to get? We can't get property for $1 no more.
No.
They give it to their buddies.
Mm-hmm.
I see it at city council all the time. 3CDC,
Yeah.
Port Authority.
You don't hear about stuff like that, though, do you? You hear about it after it's sold. But they had a thing up in, I want to say Hamilton. They had a whole block for sale for $1, but they kept it real hush hush. And then after it happened, after they done bought it up, they were saying, "Oh, these are the opportunities we could have hopped on." But they like to keep those things hush hush.
But that's the key what's going on.
Mhm.
See, I give you another example too. When you go to church every Sunday, your tithes and offering.
Mm-hmm.
You know what tithes and offering is? You
Right.
put your money in the plate.
Mhm.
Where you think that money go?
Good question. Where is it?
It go to the banks the next day. On that Sunday, it go there
Mhm.
Monday.
Mm-hmm.
They deposit it Monday, right?
Mhm.
A church is what? Non-profit, correct?
Yeah, not profit.
See, then now the
But
church.
that money accruing interest, though, right?
Let me get there for you, brother.
Okay.
It's non-profit. The church is non-profit, okay?
Mhm.
They can't draw interest off church dollars.
They can't?
They can't get a loan off church dollars. So what did that tithes and offering Jesus money get you? Get you nothing. That money sits in the bank. And once that money sits in the bank, it get lended out to a
Yeah.
person that got good credit.
Yeah.
Now you're using Jesus dollars to build his empire
So the
in your
bank,
community.
So the bank is making money off that, but the church's dollars stay still. Is that what you're saying?
I'm going to say it again, brother. When you put your tithes and offering
Mhm.
in that basket, say your church generate 300,000
Mm-hmm.
in six months.
Okay.
You can't get the interest. It don't grow interest off that dollar. You can't get a loan off that dollar because they non-profit. So that money sits in the bank. Sit money get lent money.
Oh yes.
So if a person come through, a white man come through with great credit, he come in and get lent money from your church dollar, from Jesus dollar.
Ain't that something?
And that's how they've been building their empire
Mhm.
in our communities, brother.
Mm.
A church.
Wow.
So money gets the bank money. I mean the tithe and offering money sits in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
You might got a mega church. That mega church is actually helping push us out the community by
Wow.
lending dollars out. Okay?
Wow.
I'm giving you the game.
So what they use? I mean, so they just fixing up. I mean, they say the building funds and all that. So
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Building funds. That money sits in the bank.
Ain't that something?
You can't get interest off the dollar.
Mhm.
You
So
can't
they
get
can't buy that.
Hold on, listen to me, sister. You can't get a loan off your own dollars because you're non-profit. You don't pay taxes.
Yeah, I
Hold
understand
on.
that.
I'll give you the game.
Uh-huh.
You don't pay taxes at all.
Mm.
You can't get interest off that. You can't get a loan off that. So loan, sit money, get lent money.
Wow.
That's been going on for years. It's
So-
going on to this day.
So it sounds like we need our own bank.
So
Correct.
they gotta put it in the bank. They can't.
If you put
Nah,
it,
they don't have to.
yes, they do. If
Do
you
they
don't
have
put
to?
that money in the bank, what you doing then?
They can't take it in.
That's
say-
money laundering.
But no, they can't. I mean, it's,
Yes, it is.
That's
Another
money
way
laundering?
around it.
Wow.
How you? Okay, you got $1 million in your church.
Yeah.
So hold on.
you can't take that $1 million and buy some land and say this.
You
is what we-
can do that, but it got to go through the bank first.
Ain't that something?
So how can they? Okay, listen.
Y'all got to know this game.
So I
That's
can't
what
be,
I'm
I
saying,
can't be in
okay.
church.
Oh,
And,
what?
okay, go ahead.
Okay, listen. Okay, say I'm a guest because they take offerings sometimes for guest speakers.
Mhm.
Okay, so if that guest speaker raised, say 5,000, 500,000, whatever they in
You
the
say
mega-
guest speaker that's coming to the church.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is
That guest speaker get a check before he leaves from the church.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for a fact because I hung with pastors.
Mhm.
I know that for a fact.
Okay, so we collecting an offering for this
Oh, yeah, I
this
see that
guest
envelope
speaker.
on it.
I'm trying to tell
So
you.
that's money. He got to take that money and put it in the bank. Is
Nah,
this not his?
this is what happened to me. Take you an example.
Uh-huh.
They have ministers come to church. This
Mhm.
happened to me, y'all. And I've been seeing it for years going to church.
Outside ministers coming.
Outside ministers, pastors,
Mhm.
reverends come to the church, okay? And once they come into the church, they raise money off a visiting pastor.
Yeah.
Okay? Say Pastor Michael, he come in, he raised money. Okay, I give you an example of what one did. He came in to church. He say, I was in a car accident, and my wife put a shawl on me. You know what a shawl is? They put over a woman's lap when she got on a skirt.
Right.
Yeah,
And it said my wife put a shawl around me, and was something in that shawl. And next thing you know, he was selling shawls in the church for $20.
Wow.
He was doing that every time he came. He had next time he came to the church, he came the next year.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, I didn't ask him where that money going with the shawl. I didn't ask him that. He came to church again. He said, if you have faith more than a mustard seed, they can move mountains. Okay, that's what he did.
Yeah.
I'm telling you an example of what happened. It happened 3 times.
Whoa.
He said, if you got faith as a mustard seed that can move mountains and blah, 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 he started selling mustard seed. I bought one for $20.
Oh, wow.
And I went to go plant that mustard seed that didn't grow. So I said, hold on. That mustard seed didn't grow. What's going on? So next thing you know, I was rolling with the pastor. I ain't gonna say his name. I'm rolling with him. We going on a trip. As we was going on the trip, I asked the pastor, I say, Pastor, why we keep having this guy come to church? And he raised that money, and that money leave with him. We need the money to fix up our land we got down here. He said, well, champ, I'll figure out something. I said, I got something for you, and I left it alone. So that year, the following year came, every 6 months, I called the year. During that time, he keep coming, he keep visiting. So he came in one time, and one of the guys who did security work, he was like, old boy here today. And I knew he was here because he brought his own entourage. He come in a bus with the whole thing, the whole shebang, his entourage from his church. So he came in, he said, today we gonna talk about Jesus. He talked about the age of Jesus, the age. And he said, drop down $33, the same age as Jesus. He said that.
They good with it.
And then once he did that, I was like, oh, this again.
Wow.
So this is what I did. I stood at the 8 o'clock service. I stayed there, stayed there. And I was nervous a little bit. I went downstairs and asked him, hey, where's that money going you raised? He knew who I was. He was shocked. He said, that money going with me, son. So I stayed at the 10 o'clock service. He did the same thing there. I was nervous. I asked somebody to my left, hey, you think I should ask him where that money going in front of everybody? That person started laughing. Then I was like, man, I'm serious. I asked the person on my right. So you think I should ask the person about that money? Ask him about that money? I just yelled out loud in front of everybody, where that money going you raised? and he pointed at me like mad. He started talking in tongues. Doing that, right? I said, we got an interpreter here to ask and break that down, what he's saying. So next thing you know, they got kind of worried. But he raised all that money, and I did it. They asked me, that's devilish stuff you doing. Like, how the devilish stuff? I asked him where that money going. I didn't know. That money was leaving with him. And he took about $3,000 with him. So, to your point, they raised that money to each other. So when that one pastor came to our church, our pastor went to his church and got a check too. He left with a check by preaching. They do that. So the point I'm getting to is that money they raise for the ministers that come in different churches, it stays with them. They keep that. That's unaccountable for because you donated it. You went up. You felt guilty.
So that's what I'm saying. So far as our offering, our offerings and tithes and stuff that we paying into the church, the church just can't take that money and start buying up different.
They can do that. They can do that, but you gotta go through the bank. You just can't keep that money and go. Hey, I want to buy your building. Here go cash.
I mean, yeah, I know you got to put it in a bank, but that's still the church money, though, right?
It's the same thing. It's the church money. They can do that, but some of the churches ain't doing that because they paying their salary with that.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just sad that our community,
It's sad that it came to that. You know what I'm saying?
But how do we go back?
Jesus was homeless.
How do we go back to the Black Wall Streets and, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's another subject too about Wall Street. They try to do that too down across the street from City Hall. They try to do Black Wall Street, but the girl came in scamming people off their money. I was the one of the guys that spoke like, whoa, what's this, Black Wall Street?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. She said, yeah, we're going to help people get loans for their black businesses.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do this, we're going to do that. To find out that the young lady I know, she scammed her out of her money. And she lied to her.
Wow.
So she used Cincinnati Black Wall Street. True story. Anything I'm
That's
telling y'all
crazy.
is fact.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't sit down here and just make up stuff about
Yeah,
stuff.
that's true. That's
You know what I
true.
mean?
That's true.
So that's what happens about Black Wall Street. Who can we trust?
Right.
That's the problem.
Who can we
We
trust?
just gonna keep going with that narrative.
Yeah.
Like black folks, that's our excuse to get out of stuff. Like, who we gonna trust?
And we shouldn't
We
let
can't
them
come
little bad
together
seeds.
because one gonna be greedy. Like, when do that stop and kick in? Like, you know what I'm saying? How long we gonna keep going with that narrative?
Mhm.
How we gonna get moved forward? We always gonna say that. And how we teaching our kids like, oh, black folks can't come together because one gonna be greedy, or it always gonna be that who we gonna trust?
Mhm.
And when can we stop all that? How we
It
can?
starts with us. It starts with us. We call it out. We give you our answer.
Each and every time.
We call it out
Mhm.
without an attitude.
Yeah.
We call it out being concerned. Not
Mhm.
just not you learning from it. No, you know about it because it eats you up inside.
Mhm.
You know that ain't right.
Right.
You know what I mean? It starts with
Like
us.
that gut feeling you had when you caught that pass out. Where that money going? You know what I'm saying?
You can't be afraid. To do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You want to fit in.
Once you get that little gut feeling, it's time
Ain't no
to act.
gut feeling. It's just that it's a feeling, but no gut feeling. It's that knowing. You
Yeah.
know that's wrong.
Yeah.
So it started with us. It's like this podcast.
Mhm.
It started somewhere to do to think of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it starts with us.
You know what? How this got born? Who had just got killed that time? And then we was talking about it. We had worked together in the same little position, and the police had just killed somebody. I want to say was it George Floyd?
I think I'm not for sure.
I don't know, but somebody had got killed, and we was like, man, we need a platform to, you know what I mean, and talk about this because don't nobody speak on that. And then that's how this got born.
Mm.
So.
So like you said, it do start with a conversation.
It start with us and making things happen.
Yeah.
Well, we need to make some changes because our community is really hurting. Like, I know they stacking everything against us, but we have the resources, and then just to know that we come from inventors, how we invented everything, how we built everything,
Mm-hmm.
but we still coming last.
Everything coming out.
Yeah, everything.
But we still at the bottom of the
we
totem
still at the
pole.
bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we, got to vote. Voting is important, and a lot of people is getting discouraged from voting.
And I think it's where to cast a vote is where
because
we
one time
begin.
we was on a podcast and it was like 5 of us in the room.
Yeah.
And we all asked like who really into voting. The only one spoke up and said,
Yeah.
everybody else
Yeah.
said they ain't pressed on
Yeah.
voting
So
no
just
more.
imagine that with
And it was
10,000
all
people in the
that's
room.
what I'm
You know
saying,
what
all
I'm saying?
ages. And people just see like there's nothing getting changed, nothing being
Mhm.
done.
I'm
like,
gonna say it again. It starts with us.
Yep.
That's why I'm running for state representative.
You know what? Yeah.
So it starts with us.
Yeah.
To sum it up good.
Yep.
Stricter laws for gun violence.
Mhm.
That's what I'm gonna stand on. Job training programs for our inter-city youth.
Oh, let's rewind right quick. Stricter laws for gun violence. Or what? Name one that you would like to happen.
Stricter laws.
What kind of?
If you get caught with a gun,
Uh-huh.
let's do the 3 strikes.
Whoa, I'm against that.
Yeah, well, were you against killing?
Well, I love
Are you
guns.
against killing?
Uh,
Is you against killing?
I'm against murder.
That's the same thing I'm saying, bro.
I'm not against killing.
Stricter laws for gun violence.
Mhm.
I didn't say stricter laws for gun owners.
Okay.
You ain't gonna never stop
The gun
that.
violence. Well, okay, we got the stand your ground law now. So
We ain't talking about that. We saying violence, brother.
well, that ain't no that's.
If you
that's
kill
violence.
somebody-
if you stand your ground, that means you committed violence.
No, you ain't. You stand your ground. You come in peace. If you know how to talk to somebody, you stand in your ground. I don't gotta pull my weapon on you because I'm standing my ground.
Well, what if he got one?
That's what he got. He waiting for you to agitate him so he can use it on you.
Well, I'm in my legal right to stand my ground.
So
right?
why you want to battle that?
Well, let me tell you. Well, let me just tell you a story why I said that. Florida, they had just passed a stay your ground law. This guy in the movies with his girl, peaceful. He was on his phone. Ex-police officer said, "Turn your phone down, son." Words got exchanged.
Turn your phone down?
Yeah, turn your phone down. They in the movies.
Okay.
Yeah, he was wrong. You know, he's been on his
Go
phone.
ahead.
You
I'm
know.
listening.
So words got exchanged. The guy hit the guy's popcorn. The guy pulled out a gun. The one who popcorn got hit didn't touch the guy. Pulled out his gun, shot the guy.
Mhm.
He got off scot-free. Stay in your ground law.
Okay.
So
But how you could have prevented that from getting shot?
yeah, he could have. Yeah, he was wrong.
That's the man. That's why this starts
Yeah.
with us once again.
Yeah.
It's the way you handle stuff,
Mhm.
brother. Oh, I ain't no hoe. I ain't no punk.
Mhm.
That's what's wrong. We let ourselves get in the way.
We do
of
let our
something.
ego sometimes. Yeah, you're right.
Your ego get in the way.
Got the gun.
Why not calm the whole situation?
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
I carry.
Mm-hmm.
You think I know how to fight?
Yeah.
So why I need to pull out a weapon
Mhm.
on you over petty stuff? Huh?
Well, some of it is necessary.
No, it's not.
No, I think
It depends
it's
on the
never.
situation.
I think. See, I'm with you on the gun violence because simple fact is, you should be able to have an argument, a disagreement with words
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
like
Disagreement, not argument.
arguments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You want to disagree though?
Okay, disagree.
See how we disagreeing now?
Yeah.
See that?
But I feel like you shouldn't have to pull out a weapon. You should be able to use your words, your mouth, you know what I'm saying, to calm down the whole situation. Like, because I don't, you know what I'm saying, as far as a gun, like, because you get in a heated situation, you got to pull out a gun, you got to get ready to fight, like, because your opinion, our opinion crosses.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now we got to argue over, we got to fight over it. Like, you can't get no control of yourself. Like, you just can't be like in the conversation. Like, okay, it gotta go like until we pull out a gun. It gotta be like I'm a boss, and you know you a punk. For what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to pull out a gun, tough guy, but then you want to run. I don't see nobody pull out a gun and shoot somebody and be like, okay, I'm gonna sit right here, wait till the police come. I did.
Right,
yeah, because this nigga, you know what I'm saying, or this, you know.
Well, that's the
whatever.
law. You gotta do that. That is the law.
But everybody
who gonna do that?
running.
But who gonna do that?
Who's doing that?
And you know what?
But you talk so tough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You have to pull out a gun. Okay, sit that gun down. Wait for the police to come, like, and tell them the petty shit that you just shot this person over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say that then.
Well, say you was in the hole right and you did everything you were supposed to do except that.
But you gotta live with that. You done killed somebody.
Yeah.
shot somebody.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta live over
You know
something
what I mean?
petty.
So you gotta live with that. If you can escalate the situation, why not have that strength and that power?
That's
with
more
your brain,
powerful
thinking.
than a
You know what I
gun.
mean?
That's why my whole point. Your mind is so powerful than a gun. Like, the gun is the weak part to me.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta
the
pull
easy
out your,
part. That's
yeah,
the
you
easy
gotta pull
part,
out your
yeah.
gun because you disagree, or you want to get bad with somebody.
So,
Your next move can't be a uppercut. It gotta be a gun. Like, damn, like, give me a little. You know what I'm saying? If it comes down to that, but the gun, then everybody shoot somebody and then run.
My thing is, I would be scared to be in the courtroom with a whole bunch of people that don't look like me, judging what I did and why I did it.
So it go back to fear again.
Mm-hmm.
So you should have had that fear when you did that before. You shouldn't have had that fear set in before you can stop the whole situation before you shooting somebody.
I see
Now,
what you
now
mean.
you got to go in front of somebody that's going to judge you in front of a bunch of jury that's going to convict you.
So why not just run and get away with it?
Why?
Why pull out your gun?
But I give you an example real quick.
Don't pull out the guns. Put the guns
I
down.
give you an example. One day I was up in Norwood, and I was going into a store. I parked in the other guy's parking property, his lot. And I ran in there, ran out. When I ran out, I saw a guy looking through my window. I'm like, "Excuse me, what you doing? Why are you parking in my property and why? And why? You know, going off.
Oh, you got Karen.
But it was going off on me.
Ken.
So
You got Karen.
so next thing you know, he did all that, right? My conscience kicked in. I could have went off on you. Woo, motherfucker. Woo. This ain't your woo. I ain't know who he was the owner or not. Only if he was lying.
Right.
So what my conscience kicked in, I said, "Come here, man. Give me a hug."
Exactly.
And
That's what's up.
And that broke him down.
Wow.
And the man started crying like,
wow.
Nobody never talked to me like that before.
Oh, so he was just a real soul. That's all. He just needed a hug.
So I killed him with that.
Wow.
I said, "Bring that hug here, man."
Wow.
And he looked at me like, "I apologize for me saying that to you." He said, I'm sorry about that. I asked him his name and told him my name. He said, "I'm sorry about that. You enjoy your day."
Yeah, what
And
they call
it
that
made-
reverse psychology.
That's
like,
a beautiful. That's
yeah,
beautiful.
change the whole
See,
scenario around.
That's the whole key. That I thought it was fake. I tried it again. I tried it again. It was a pastor sitting down doing the rest my heart, bless his heart, rest his soul too. When Sam Dubose got killed, and I was in front of the courthouse. They had CNN doing a live interview, so I'm behind him holding up a sign. They was in his ear. You know, he had a little earpiece in your ear, and I guess the producer, somebody told me he's got somebody behind you with a sign up, blah blah blah. He said it came to me after he got done. "Why are you in my view?" And woo woo woo. I looked at the pastor. I said, "Come here, man. Bring that hug here." He gave me a hug.
Did it work together, huh?
All that.
Oh,
So
wow.
the point I'm into is,
Yeah.
brother, things in life that you can handle stuff. That's the God that kicks in you. If you can control somebody's spirit, brother, by you talking to them, that's the power that we need. Not pulling out something and think you got power by using something on them, then your life is gone. Now your family is thinking about you in prison, thinking about writing you. Some of your parents ain't gonna mean your relatives ain't gonna write you.
Right.
You gotta think of your action before you react.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the whole key I
I
get
totally
to
agree
it.
with that. I totally agree with
So you want that reaction and that thought in your mind, calm down. Don't let your anger take over. You want the Spirit of God take over, brother.
Amen.
And it takes a long, long time to actually manage that, to get that spirit, brother. We understand people been in life been messed up from the flow up in their mind and their life what they dealt with.
that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's also our job to unlearn the stuff that we done learned in early
Right.
life. Yeah.
So that's the whole key, brother. That's why I say we got people out the world, brother. What's going on? You know what I mean? I saw a young man that allegedly killed somebody 2 days ago. His spirit and my spirit and his spirit, my spirit was different. He know me for years. But my spirit didn't even entwine with him. He didn't acknowledge me right there because my spirit blocked that off. I could have called him, "Come here, man." But nah, my spirit don't know. At another time you'll see him, you talk to him.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the key. And that life we live in, we run around a lot of people in life that did something bad. But your spirit can calm other people down. They respect your spirit. If you got an evil spirit, two positive can't go together.
Exactly.
Ain't that the truth?
Two negatives don't go together. It's the opposite. So if you meet somebody with a positive spirit, likewise, go back to you. Great energy. You know what I mean? The negative energy don't come around me, period. That's how you got to be. So
Right.
in life, we got to learn how to
They say
control.
opposites attract, but when it comes to energy, you need to stick with your like-minded people and your like-spirited
So you
people.
said, yeah, exactly. So you said you want gun.
Gun violence. You want stricter gun laws.
You said
Okay.
three.
That's like a
three strikes.
3 strikes. Do that. Do that. You keep carrying the gun. You going around shooting people, robbing people. You like that?
No,
I mean, no
but
wrong.
I've always been an advocate of carrying.
Ain't no wrong. I
Like,
carry.
I've been carrying since I was underage.
We ain't talking about carrying, cause carrying weapons. We ain't talking about.
So you're talking about the actual violence?
All right, that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Like gun violence.
Okay,
It didn't
alright.
say gun violence. I mean gun carrying.
Yeah. Well, gun violence that could also be under the umbrella of shooting somebody, but you
That's
being
why
the
you're
right.
going. That's
So there is some times where
they don't go up on the same.
the
umbrella.
shooter is in the right.
Well, if it's up to you how they deal with you.
Yeah.
If the cameras hit you, not arguing with different story.
Yeah.
But when I see gun violence in my community,
Yeah.
brother, my district is up, but it's the most fatal district it is. District 24.
Yeah.
Fatal. Homicide.
District 24.
I remember back in the
name
90s,
me?
wasn't we the murder capital, or was it the country or the world?
I don't need focus on statistics, brother, but I know District 24 is the most violent district it
Wow.
is and throughout all the districts.
Yeah.
My district is Westwood, over the Rhine, Price Hill.
Oh yeah, you could have just said over the ride.
So we got so many.
They had their own statistics by themselves.
Westwood,
Yeah.
Fairmount,
Mm-hmm.
fatal districts,
Yeah.
and I gotta make a change
Mm-hmm.
to stop this. You got people, you got unsolved murders, brother, out here,
Mhm.
man. So what mean? We got somebody's in that seat now. What is you doing to help unsolve these?
Yeah.
Do you see any billboards around saying stop the killing or stop the murder?
Sure, hell,
Do you
right.
see any victims of the person that got killed on a billboard? You don't see that. So the change gotta start somewhere, you know.
What else you got on there?
Well, we need drug treatment programs. We got a lot of people doing different drugs out here, brother.
You know what? I don't think.
Hold on.
Okay, let's go.
You got a lot of people out
Let's
here
touch
doing,
on the,
you got a lot
drug
of people out
program.
here doing the different drugs out here.
All right.
They got Percocets with fentanyl in it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fentanyl. You know what fentanyl is?
Mm.
What is fentanyl?
The strongest drug out right
No,
now.
but what is it though, bro?
Hell if I know.
Well, I'll tell you what it is.
Something you don't need to be doing. But
I understand
so
that.
you know exactly what it is.
Fentanyl is a tranquilizer they use to knock an elephant down, to put him to sleep.
Wow.
So now you ask yourself, how did fentanyl get on the streets? We didn't put it there because we don't know nothing about it. So what's the reaction when a person on heroin, he got fentanyl in?
Mm-hmm.
Fentanyl is mixed in with the heroin, and what it do is just like if it's mixed with the heroin, it's just like it stops at the tip of your brain,
Mm-hmm.
and it put them in that spell, and they overdose, right? Then what they got to actually reverse that?
Narcan.
Right.
Mhm.
So whoever did the fentanyl, they knew the reverse formula
Mm-hmm.
to knock that cloud from your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Now you won't relapse. Now you won't have an overdose.
Right.
So if they don't get the Narcan, it stays there. They overdose. They die.
Mm-hmm.
How I know that because the lady came on the TV and started talking about what fentanyl is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And one day, I was in my community. I saw two white guys shooting up. I told them, man, come on, y'all got kids coming past y'all. One white guy walked off, the other guy stayed there. I come back out, he OD'd.
Wow.
He turned blue, purple.
Mm.
I could have walked past him.
Mm-hmm.
I had Narcan in my car.
Mm.
I went over there, shot him with Narcan.
Mm.
Knew exactly what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Turned him over to the side, put his arm, put his leg across, shot him in there with Narcan.
Mm.
He woke back up. Maybe about 10 minutes, they called the ambulance, he came.
Narcan is a shot?
Narcan going your, it's a nasal
Oh,
spray.
nasal spray.
It go in your nose.
Okay.
So after I did that, revived him, boom, they let him go.
Mm.
And when they let him go, I was going to City Hall that day. When I'm going down past the library, going toward the City Hall, his friend OD down there.
Wow.
Dang.
So all of a sudden, I go to City Hall,
Mm-hmm.
and once I hit him with that Narcan, I remember that, and his residue was still on me.
Wow.
I felt kind of dizzy, like, whoa,
Oh wow.
because I should have went home and washed up. Because remember,
Mm-hmm.
it's like that fan. Y'all can feel the breeze.
Mhm.
It's like the dust got on me somewhere.
Yeah.
They
They
fentanyl
need
is
to put that
something
in a kid then, like a little apron or something. Where it won't
What
get
you
them-
mean?
You get buy the Narcan, it should come with a little kit.
It's free.
I know it's free, but I'm just saying it should come with a kit. And since you said the residue got on you,
You don't
like,
need no kid to do that. You don't, at that time, you don't think about no kid. If it hits you, so what? It hit you. That's
Think
what
that's
how you
so.
think. So,
Yeah.
but the whole point I get to is, who put the fentanyl out here? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Who put the Narcan out here? Huh? It was a money thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
To get the cities and different cities at that time to invest in Narcan.
The same way crack hit the
Yeah,
fan.
But no, it's different. The crack
Think
is
so?
totally different from Narcan.
So you
First,
don't
hold
think-
on, brother.
Mhm.
You just said no. Crack was totally different than this fentanyl and all that. If you get caught with crack on you, or you OD, and you OD with some crack, you got crack, you going to jail.
Right.
People
they go to
people,
rehab.
they going to rehab or they let them go. I just told them.
They give them a
And,
choice.
and that's what I'm trying to get to. It ain't
They do
fair,
look
man.
sure.
It ain't fair how the crack epidemic happened and who was on crack? Us. Who on fentanyl? The Caucasians. So why is it they going to the hospitals?
They get a choice.
No, they let them go. So they
Okay,
OD.
so why, yeah, what's up with that? That's
See,
crazy.
that's why I come back we can't say what's up with that. My job is to do a drug treatment program.
Mm-hmm.
You still got people out here.
People still need to be treated.
Not
yeah.
just white people. You got black folks too, brother, doing
Yeah.
the same stuff.
Mhm.
My people was on pills.
Mhm.
Young people are on pills
Yeah.
with fentanyl in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so hard to swing that stuff,
Yeah.
brother, because they don't know they want to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
So the same stuff they going through, we going through.
Right.
Same thing. Some black folks want to be like Caucasian folks.
Yeah.
Get high. You know what I mean? They're giving up on themselves.
So you don't think the same way fentanyl hit the fan, it didn't, crack didn't hit the streets the same way, or you think?
No, it's totally
you think
different,
something,
brother. It's totally different.
You don't think it's the CIA
they
or
get,
nothing like that?
brother, that's deep, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they go way back, brother. They go way back to Ronald Reagan days
Yeah.
as a president.
Yeah. The war on drugs.
No, the war on drugs, right?
Yeah.
They used the black man to bring it here.
Mm-hmm.
You know who they used?
No.
They used the Freeway Rick Ross.
Oh, of course. Yeah, he was definitely one of the huge pillars, but yeah.
They used him.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him friends.
Mm-hmm.
Next time I do a talk show with y'all, we'll call him up, we'll talk to him. He'll come on live.
I would love that, yeah.
You know, he's a friend of mine, and I met him going to City Hall. He was
Mhm.
coming out City Hall.
Oh, wow.
I got introduced to him. I brought him down to the location down the way.
Oh, yeah.
He came down there plenty of times. He knows
Okay.
Sean, everybody, but that's how it happened. The Nicaragua War, they needed money, but they wouldn't give them money.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And they say, you know what? We'll get the guns. We'll sell y'all the guns and bring the drugs over here.
Mm.
That's what happened. You have to Google yourself, brother.
Wow.
It's history, brother, what goes on. Right there,
Wow.
brother. So that's why I got involved, me running.
Uh-huh.
Knowing stuff,
Yeah. And wanting to do something about it?
you do my best.
Yeah.
And
That's
how many
what's
years
up.
you been involved now?
Oh man, I started in 2009.
That's what I'm
I
talking
remember
about.
seeing
yeah.
you back in the day.
That's 15
I didn't
years.
know who you was back in the day, but I used to be down there downtown at the big courthouse. Used to vote. I used to see you on your little scooter.
Segway.
Oh, Segway. Well.
Segway. I still be on it.
Yeah, with your little bullhorn.
It's a little bullhorn, big dog.
Big dog.
Big dog.
Big dog, bullhorn. I used to see you back in the day. Though, like, I'm like, who's this guy? Like, I used to always see you when he coming out the boat. Now I know who you are.
But stuff like that, sister and
Mhm.
brother, what in life, what we doing or what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Then, like I say, I'll sum it up quickly and fast on some things I brought up here.
Mhm.
This is a bill, House Bill, HB mean House Bill, 1894.
Okay.
This is a House Bill down in Tennessee.
Okay.
And then what they doing, we talking about drugs, but look how they play us with the vaccine. This
Mhm.
vaccine.
Mhm.
So I saw this recently. Food and food produce I call it, has introduced define food containing a vaccine or vaccine material as a drug purpose of the Tennessee Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act.
Okay.
Many other words, they putting vaccines materials inside our fruits and vegetables.
Oh, that ain't cool.
Yeah, I seen
See,
something.
they
about
doing stuff like that. You can Google it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's
you know,
why
they-
the fruit coming without seeds and stuff.
Yeah.
We just gotta wake up. That's
Yeah.
why it's good to do hydroponic.
Uh-huh.
Hydroponic. You know what hydroponic is?
I don't.
I know the hydroponic that I know of. We ain't gonna talk about that. The one I know and love, but yeah.
Hydroponic is basically you growing your fruits and vegetables without dirt,
Mhm.
water.
With water, yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
So
okay.
that's what it
They
is.
ain't poison the dirt now.
They spray. But
Mhm.
my sister, I donated my sister actually a hydroponic garden.
Mm-hmm.
And as we speak, she grows. I actually started it off for her. They grow 3 inches tall.
Mhm.
You put them inside the tower garden,
Okay.
and then water. You got to have your minerals.
Mhm.
It goes inside the water. It shoots up like a sprout.
I got
And,
one of
and
those
it comes
too.
down
Mhm.
and it hits the roots of the tree, and it grows out. It sprouts out.
Okay.
You know, and we do that.
That's about to be the new move too.
It actually, we
Yeah.
got grow lights around it.
Mhm.
And
So
actually-
is your stuff coming with seeds and everything?
And well, you gotta buy. You gotta actually. It comes with it's called rock wool.
Uh-huh.
It's wool of a volcano. You put your seeds in it, and then you gotta put your your what they call it, I forget what they call it, but you gotta cover the seed up dark and let the sunlight hit the rockwood and it start growing. It's deep. It's deep.
Yeah,
It's
that's my
different.
first
See,
time
that's the
ever
type of
hearing
stuff we need to be learning for ourselves because it's time to start growing our gardens, man. Like, Elon Musk just came out with his own avocado. Like, come on now. What they doing?
Who?
Elon Musk
Come
just
out
came-
with what?
No. Who's the other rich? Bill Gates just came out with his own avocado.
Yeah, he coming out with all types of little
Like what?
foods and stuff.
What you think? You know what I'm saying? It gotta be something
Well,
about that.
It's a lot of stuff going on. In our
Yes, it
community,
is.
brother. Different
Yes, it
subjects, different
is.
topics, what's going on in our neighborhood. We just got to be aware.
Yeah.
We just got to start paying attention. We got a lot of laptops, our phones. Search for information. Instead of
Exactly.
searching for drama.
Yeah.
You search for drama.
We could be on Facebook all day, but we ain't searching for what we need to be searching for. You're right.
So another thing I'll say real quick.
Yes.
The city of Cincinnati apologized for removal of black neighborhood decades ago. The Kenyon Bar, black neighborhood in Cincinnati, was tore down to build Interstate 75, I-75, and a new business district over 50 years ago. So down the lower West End, over on 9th by White Castles, that was the black business district. I mean, my fault. That was a black neighborhood. And they removed that whole neighborhood to start I-75. So if you go down there, you see different by Queensgate. You'll see Butternut Bakery. You'll see
that's
all
gone now.
that's all gone. That was
Yeah,
all
sure
history.
is.
So that's where black folks lived at that time. So the city of Cincinnati did apology for that, with no solutions behind it.
Just apology.
Just apology.
Yeah.
And we got people right now trying to build a whole new community down in Queensgate. Once again, you got an old former mayor, Cranley. He's been a lobbyist now. He's about mayor now. He's been a lobbyist trying to lobby for Greg Fisher Homes, the owner of Fisher Homes, big homes. So they're trying to build a whole community down in the Queensgate. They're gonna call it the New Queensgate.
Oh, come on now.
So me, I'm fighting for that. I speak about that at City Hall all the time to keep
We gotta
y'all
get involved.
to keep y'all informed what's really going on. So once he apologized for the Kenyon Bar apology with blacks, 97% blacks lived in that neighborhood, Kenyon Bar. And we had it going on. We had churches, we had businesses, we had a lot of things going on. It was 1948 master plan. They called it 1948-1950 master plan, the removal of black people for the expressway. And that's what took place. So next thing you know, they did apology. June 23. They stood inside of a press conference, made a prayer. I was there at the time, and I asked him.
Where did this take place at?
This took with the removal of black people
This apology. This
in City Hall,
Okay.
in a conference room.
Okay.
And they did an apology about that. And basically, I asked them, how's you apologizing what white people did to black people? How did that look? And you know, he got kind of agitated. See, I don't play those type of, you know what I mean? And it wasn't even called for.
Yeah.
But now they what's happening now up to date is we had Joe Biden come to Kentucky side with $1.6 billion to fix the Brent Suspense Bridge over there by that what's that liquor store over that way? The stadium. You ever heard of the stadium, the liquor store? As soon as you go to one of the bridges, right there.
Going into Kentucky?
Yeah.
They got a bridge. It's called the Brent Suspense Bridge Project. So over there by the Waffle House Bridge. You know the Waffle House?
Yeah.
Okay. So that bridge, they finna redo the bridge. They doing 9 miles from that Brent Suspense Bridge to over Ohio side. Okay. What we have here is basically part of the bridge.
Okay.
This is right here by the Union Tournament.
Yeah.
Right? They coming all the way over to Ezra Charles Street through the bridgeway, through the Expressway 3, I-75, right? That's this diagram that I'm showing y'all see. This called the highway cap with green space. Highway cap, green space. You can still see the expressway. This will be on top. This will be on top. This called the highway cap. Remember that, the highway cap with the green space. So they're doing 9 miles of expressway, 1.6 billion. But at the same time they doing this, they have Mayor Cranley. They advocating to build a street grid system for the off-ramp on 5th Street. It's part of the bridge project.
Will that knock out any housing?
listen to me. Once they trying to do a street grid. You know what a street grid is?
A plan of how they gonna construct the street.
No. Street grid powers all this lights that you see right now.
Oh, okay.
That's a street grid.
Mm-hmm.
It's powering all these lights that you see right now through this high rise that I'm seeing over here. It lights up the whole city, some of the part of that area. They need a street grid. Another street grid, brother.
Oh, come on now.
It costs $100 million for a street grid.
Oh, wow.
So it caught my conscience, hit me and said, hold on. Ain't this the same area where Kenyon Bar was at? So how is y'all just did apology, Mr. Black, Scotty Johnson is the black guy.
And it look like they doing the same thing.
How you doing an apology to make room for Caucasians to come and build in the same area where black people got evicted from? With no solution behind it, right?
Wow.
So they trying to do an off-ramp on 5th Street. You know where the convention center at?
Yeah.
The down in town, Duke Convention Center, that's the off-ramp on 5th Street.
Right.
But they need a street grid. They want a street grid. You got other people advocating for that. But remember, they doing a Queens Gate, a new Queens Gate. So if we building houses, you got the FC Soccer Stadium. They built land. They bought property down by Butternut Bakery.
Oh, yeah.
Then that area, then you got FC. I already said you got urban fast forward housing. Then you got Fisher Homes.
Wow.
So they need a whole community down in there where the Kenyon Bar was there. I'm just trying to educate y'all. Down in that area. So they said, well, do apology. You do this apology, people might forgive us and forget. They forgive and forget.
I was now knowing about it.
So the key is this. When I went to the Princeton Spence Bridge meeting they had at Longworth Hall in the state of Ohio, the DOT, Department of Transportation. There you go. And I asked them guys, do y'all know what's going on with off-ramp or street grid? They was confused a little bit. But they had people there to speak. They had open mic too. 2 minutes you could speak. So I didn't know what the conversation was going to be about. But you had people there advocating for the street grid off-ramp on 5th Street. We need a street grid, blah, blah, blah. Now, and I actually took my time to go up and I heard everybody else speak. I'm against the street grid because this apology had no solution behind it. So as I was speaking to the guy from the DOT from Columbus, DOT from Columbus, he spoke to me and he said, Stefan, you know this highway cap? That's where I got the highway cap at. He showed me on this map. He said that this new expressway is coming past that highway cap. In Columbus, they got a business district area up there. You see it now? This is the highway cap.
Right.
And this the bridge. That's the expressway up underneath. As y'all can see right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the close-up of that. Is that what that is?
That's the highway cap. The highway cap, okay?
Yeah.
With green space. Ain't nothing on that yet. To make your roads right, y'all need to build a black business district.
How about
and
that?
put it on top of the highway cap. That means Job Corps, Unitron up there, that's Charles right here. And here go the expressway, the new expressway. They can make their roads right by building a black business district on top of the highway cap.
Yeah,
and he said that he can do that. So I took this is a picture from Columbus. This is how Columbus highway cap look. And it gives the same diagram that the other Charles Street here, the expressway here, the new bridge here, Unitron is up front, Job Corps right there. They can do a black business district right there and make their apology.
They sure could.
From their Kenyon Bar apology.
They can make it right.
You follow me?
I
agree
agree
with
but
that.
that's not set in stone. That's what you're saying they can do.
They need to do.
They
Right.
need to do. But they're not doing it right
No,
now.
nobody's not speaking on it.
Because they're not
Exactly.
speaking
If you're not coming down to City Hall to voice your opinion about something, you're not.
They're going to do what they want to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's the whole key, the whole point I'm getting to is about the stuff I pay attention to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people need to start getting involved
Yeah.
in your community.
So
and
instead of going out on Saturday night, y'all, we talking about the lavish spot here and what spot jumping. Right now need to be jumping is what? City Hall on Wednesdays? At 1
Wednesdays
o'clock?
at 1 o'clock, 801 Plum Street.
So yeah, that's what's going on in our community. We getting our own council member apologizing for something happened to our generation, our family members. We from Cincinnati. If you're here from this city, your family stayed down there.
Yeah.
That's where everybody got scattered in different neighborhoods. College Hill, Avenue Hill. That's why people.
I remember back in the 90s,
Yeah.
the big talk was like, oh yeah, they're going to tear down lower homes and everybody going to be going, they're going to do Section 8 up in the hills. Everybody was like, oh yeah, right. Now look what happened. The Section 8 all over up in Mount Healthy, Forest Park. They turning into the hood now, and then over here it's like, you know, you got poodles and white people running around. It's like, wow.
Yeah, back in the day, downtown was like a third world country now.
Yeah.
So we just gotta wake up, y'all.
That's
all
it.
the stuff what we going through, and y'all gotta start using y'all platform, going out more with business card, with shirts on,
Reaching the
t-shirts on.
people,
Yeah,
talking
if
to the
y'all wanna
people.
make a change, if y'all wanna make a change, take your time too.
Mm-hmm.
Take with questions and take your time. It takes a
Should we start talking to the kids more?
start somewhere. Start somewhere.
Anybody who can vote, I know that's right.
It starts somewhere.
Start with the people who are
Yeah.
18 and
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this up, man.
So anything else you want to put out there right quick?
Get out and vote. March
Get out and
19th.
vote March 19th, y'all.
March 19th. Yeah, we gonna make sure y'all see that March 19th. Get out and vote.
Tell your grandma, your cousin, your nieces, your nephews, your sisters, your brothers. And then nowadays, it might get your dog to go vote.
It's on the way. All it takes is one bill to pass.
Boy.
I love y'all. Nothing y'all can do about it.
All
Yes,
right,
thank
y'all.
you so much for
Till next
stopping
time,
by.
y'all.
Yes. This is Melissa, y'all.
And Alfonso Gaines.
And thank you, Stefan, for coming through, Power, for coming through, representing, and letting us know what you all about. Appreciate the
We
love.
appreciate you, brother. Good luck on your walk. We speaking it
I don't
right
believe in
now.
luck.
Well, there
I don't
it is.
believe in love.
And
Make sure it's
we doing
September.
this.
I mean,
When
I'm about
when
to
you
say
step
September,
into the
March
step-
19th.
Yeah.
Make sure you go out and vote, y'all.
Vote, y'all.
Go out
Vote,
and
vote, vote.
March 19th.
It's going down.
Go register to vote. Peace out.
Where your thing at?